Morning peeps, good morning everyone. How's everyone doing? Hopefully you guys are all doing well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, like, share, subscribe. Very quickly, this is for those of you that didn't watch yesterday's video. I am looking for someone to join the team, someone to come on board as a social media editor, so clipping my content across all social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, etc. If you think that is you, please get in touch. Send me an email. My email address is in the description below. I have had so many emails come through already. Thank you very, very much. I will go through all the emails today and tomorrow, and I will respond to those that I think can do the job on Monday. And so hopefully that person starts sometime next week. It is a paid role as well. This isn't one of those roles where come on board for experience, although you are coming on board for experience. This is a paid role. So yeah, hopefully you can help me grow and I can help you grow, and we can both grow together. All right, let's have a look and see what there is to talk about today. There is quite a lot, people, and there's only one place to start. Bright lights, big letdown. Ryan Garcia falls to Romero. What did you guys make of this Times Square event? It wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, right? I remember there were initial photos sent out of what it would look like. And in my head, I thought it was gonna be, so you had obviously the ring and then the VVIPs, right? But then I thought you're just gonna have sort of people walking past, like just fans sort of on the outside perimeter. So maybe fenced off, but fans just surrounding the ring to create an incredible atmosphere. So those people that wouldn't even know what's going on, like just random people walking through Times Square, will just have this amazing vantage point of seeing Ryan Garcia in the ring. I thought it was gonna be that. And then I saw that there were these kind of red barriers put up. So I do wonder if something happened very last minute and they were told, okay, no, you have to put these barriers up. Because again, the images that were sent out initially showed just a ring and just crowds around the ring. And I wonder if that lack of atmosphere from fans affected the fighters. I do wonder, because there wasn't much atmosphere from the VVIPs, right? There wasn't much. There was a bit, but there wasn't much. You know, these fighters, just like any fighters, respond to crowd noise. And I think that lacked, and I think that affected the fighters as well. That being said, all three main events were flat for me. All three main events were flat, and that has to go solely on the feet of the fighters. It's their responsibility to kind of really amp this up a little bit. I was so disappointed with ARNOLD BARBOZA. This is a person that's been waiting for an opportunity. This is someone that in the lead up to it promised quite a lot and didn't deliver. And look, he might just be a case of Tio's that much better than him and showed it on the night. But sometimes you just gotta, I hate the phrase going out on your shield, but sometimes you just gotta fucking go for it. This is a world title opportunity. The event was so different and spectacular that all eyeballs are on you. This is everything you've waited for. Like, this is the moment, since you first put on the gloves, this is your moment. World title opportunity against a big name in this unique, different setting. And ARNOLD BARBOZA just didn't deliver. And what annoyed me is that he kept on going back to his corner thinking he won the rounds. Like he kept on doing that. And I'm like, the judges ain't silly. The judges ain't thinking, oh, because he did that, he won. So yeah, very disappointed in BARBOZA. To be honest, a little disappointed in Tio. I was like, come on, Tio, man, I need more. But Tio looked good. Tio, of all the performers on the night, I thought Tio was probably the best performer on the night. I did say, remember I did my video, I think 3 or 4 days ago, and I said, look, one of the favorites is gonna lose. I said it. You guys can go back and watch the video. That's the benefit of putting these videos up. I said, one of the favorites is gonna lose. Ryan Garcia was one of those favorites that lost. Ryan Garcia looked flat. You know, me and Ariel have been sort of going back and forth about Ryan. Ariel was happy that this Ryan now has calmed down, he's more content, he looks fully focused. And I'm like, no. You need to see a bit more of a mad Ryan. Like, you know, and this isn't just for Ryan, but there are some athletes who you have to accept the bad to get the good. You know, I don't know if you guys are basketball fans. Dennis Rodman. It's almost like you can't control Dennis Rodman. You've just got to accept who he is. Like you try and change Dennis Rodman, you remove a little something from him. Draymond Green's another one. Again, I don't know if you guys are NBA fans, plays for a team called the Golden State Warriors. He's crazy. But then you get the best Draymond. You try and calm that down, you're gonna get nothing. And I needed to see in the lead up to this, a crazy Ryan. Not crazy like he was when he fought Devin Haney last year, but something like that. Like he's literally gone from 100 to 0. And I'm like, it kind of doesn't work for me. I know what a lot of people are saying behind the scenes, like, okay, one time he fought with PEDs, all of a sudden no PEDs, look at the performance. And the fact is, that's a true statement. I don't think that's the sole reason for his defeat. That's a true statement. Again, this isn't me saying Ryan took the drugs knowingly, but the fact is PEDs were in your system last time out and you performed like that. PEDs weren't in your system this time out, you performed like that. People, it's okay and it's fair for people to kind of come to those comparisons. It just makes sense. But yeah, Ryan looked way off for me, like way off. No intensity, no want. Like Ryan, you know you're down in the last couple of rounds. Where's that intensity? Like, okay, no, we've got to do something. We've got to figure something out. We've got to go for it. Punches and bunches, more punches. Nothing. Zero. Like, where is the want to, I'm not going to lose tonight. No. I've got a big fight with Devin planned. There's millions on the table. Even my pride and ego, I'm not losing to Rolly. Nothing. Zero. And I feel like I'm taking a lot away from Rolly here. And I'm going to give Rolly his plaudits. But, like, he just fought like a man that didn't give a shit, Ryan. Like, Ryan's the type of guy, he could just walk away from the sport of boxing soon, you know. He's got that about him where it's like, yeah, don't really care. I'm so wealthy. You know, I'm making so much money regardless if I lose or win. Who gives a fuck? He's kind of got that attitude to me. And that's a problem. I think that's a big problem with a lot of fighters nowadays. I think, you know, I've always said that fighters should get their worth, right? It's a dangerous sport. Get what you're worth. But I almost feel like a lot of these fighters nowadays, especially a lot of the fighters in America, and this is probably going to sound like a disgruntled Brit, but a lot of the fighters in America, I feel like are getting overpaid. Like they're not getting their worth. And I feel like if you get overpaid, then where's the hunger? Do you know, does that make any sense? And I look at someone like Ryan like that sometimes. I'm like, where's the hunger? Where's the desire? Like everyone sort of tries to find excuses for him. Like I've seen a few people say, oh, he should leave Derek James. One second, how many trainers is he gonna leave? How many trainers Ryan's had in his career? How many trainers is he gonna leave? It ain't Derek James. Derek James is a good trainer. And maybe we should point the finger at Ryan. You can give a fighter all the instructions in the world, give him everything you want, they've got to deliver, and Ryan didn't deliver. It's that simple. So I don't know if this messes up the Ryan-Devin fight. Based off Devin's performance, are we even interested? Are we remotely interested in that fight? I don't know. Don't think so, personally. Like, both of them, like even if Ryan did win, let's say Ryan won that, just about scraping it, 115, 113. Obviously Devin won his wide, but Devin's performance again was flat. Like there is no excitement for it, is there? There's nothing. And it kind of just made me look back on Ben Eubank. And look, obviously there's the name pride in it, right? But look at those two. Look at what they fucking gave us. Like this is those two where they're shattered, out on their feet. 12th round, I've just got to win. I've got to find a way to win. And both of them swinging to like nothing left, to the point where they had to go hospital, like exhaustion, nothing left. Look at these lot. Look at these lot. Well, I don't know who are the most famous boxers in America, but I tell you now, if you were to do a poll of the 10 most famous boxers in America, I'd say 3 of them fought last night or early hours of this morning. Ryan, Devin, and Tio. Boxing's in a weird place in America because those 3 have been for so long tabled as the future of American boxing, right? For so long, like those are the guys. Like Gervonta, Shakur, chuck them all in. Look at their most recent performances, all of them. I like Shakur actually. I'm gonna put Shakur to the side, but even Shakur got a lot of stick in his performances, like in the last couple of years, right? Look at them all. That's the future of American boxing. Guys that talk the talk, like really talk the talk. And ultimately are not giving us what we want. Like, I'm not trying to say everyone should, you know, have a Eubank Ben fight, because those fights take a lot out of you, but give us something. Give us something. So I'm going to put it down to Devin was a year out, Ryan was a year out, and the atmosphere, I think Ryan mentioned this in his post-fight press conference, was different. Maybe a bit flat, I don't know, but yo, that was tough to watch, man. That was very tough to watch, because you know, when you build something up and you build it up and you build it up and you build it up, again, like we did Eubank Ben, right? Eubank Ben was built up to so, like you felt Eubank Ben can't deliver because it's been built up so much, and it delivered. And then we built this up, this Times Square, built it up, and then because the fighters decided to, we're getting paid anyway. That almost seemed like that's what it was. We're getting paid millions anyway. It is what it is. Like, fuck the fans. We're getting paid, so it doesn't matter. So disappointing. Honestly, so disappointing. All of them. Credit to Rolly though. Credit to Rolly. I thought he was gracious in his win. Normally it's gracious in defeat, but I thought he was gracious in victory. Said he would still like to see Ryan versus Devin. Asked what next for him. He said he doesn't really have any plans. I'd like to see Rolly versus Conor. I wouldn't mind that at all, by the way. Rolly Conor, I think that would be a good fight. And by the way, you know, the other day, I think after my video about Conor Ben, I said I'd like to see Conor fight these Americans. Conor would light a few of them up, you know. Like, we overhype a lot of these guys. I'm telling you, we overhype a lot of them. And we need to stop. We overhype a lot of them. Conor would light a lot of these guys up. Just too ferocious. Like, he's not, like, could he get clipped? Yes, he can get clipped, of course. But give me his style of boxing compared to a lot of these guys. He's too fast, too ferocious, and hits hard as well. A lot of these guys, all I see is a lot of that. All right, fights tonight. Martin Bakole weighed in at 299 pounds. Which is lighter than he was for Joseph Parker, I'll give him that, but still 15 or so pounds, 15 pounds heavier than he was for Jared Anderson. I'm obsessed with the Martin Bakole weight for some reason. And look, I think Martin's gonna win. I think Martin's gonna stop F.A. Jagba. But I'm obsessed with his weight. And the reason being is, I've followed Martin Bakole for a long time. Like, you know, we look at Martin Bakole as this big giant, and he is. He wasn't always that. Like, it wasn't like 4 or 5 years ago, Martin Bakole was 250 pounds. And that was against Sergei Kuzmin. And I almost feel like there's been this strategic plan to get Martin Bakole bigger. Because you can't be 250 5 years ago, 4 years ago, and then be 300 now. And against Parker, we saw 320, or whatever it was against Parker. How much was it against Parker, actually? I need to get that right. 310 against Parker. Something going on there. There's something going on. I almost feel like they've decided, okay, we just need to make you bigger. Because when you're bigger, maybe you absorb shots. You give something away in terms of speed and athleticism and maybe stamina going down the stretch, but you make it up in terms of just being just overwhelmingly too big. I think they're getting it wrong. I think the 299 is, so wait, you're telling me, yeah? So 310 against Joseph Parker. And all I've seen Martin Bakole do in the last month is show us pictures of him sort of rinsing out his tops as if to show, look, all that sweat and wet, showing us in a sweatsuit, and again, showing us, he only lost 10 pounds. What am I missing here? So all that training he's been doing, and you've lost 10 pounds. Kid you not, guys, I could go upstairs now. I'm gonna go to the gym right now. I'm gonna go upstairs right now. And I'm not a big guy. I'm 87 kilos. I can go upstairs right now and drop 4 pounds. I'm not even fucking playing. Like, I can put on a session, hit the sauna after the session and drop 4 pounds. How this motherfucker's only dropped 10 pounds? What is going on? So I think it's strategic to keep him big. It's not a case of he can't lose weight. I think this is the plan now. But anyway, look, I think he's going to get the job done. Canelo looks incredible on the scales. I think he gets the job done. And I have no idea about Munguia Sarras. I'm going to edge to Munguia without too much confidence. Riakporhe looked really good on the scales. Look, fucking physical specimen. Let's see what he can do as heavyweight. And Badu Jack looked fantastic at 41 as well. So that's my side of what I'm going. I'm going Canelo, Piccoli, Riakporhe, Badu in a tough one, and Munguia, I think. I'm not quite sure, but I think. By the way, they're showing the numbers, like the CompuBox. It's one of the lowest, like in terms of those 3 fights combined, the lowest punch output like they've seen in like 3 main events, if you like. And that's Haney, Romero. Ramirez was awful. So it's weird because I haven't given Haney much love, but Ramirez was awful. Haney got the job done, right? Haney's getting a lot of stick. Haney's coming off a year-long layoff, and the last time out, he fought someone that had PDs in his system. Let's give Haney some credit for a second. Mentally, he still looks a bit off for me. Physically looks great. Didn't really want to land, so didn't really want to throw for fear of what's coming back. And that's something he's gonna have to get over. That would only come in time. Sometimes it never comes back, by the way. But I think he'll be okay. I think that will come in time. I like Haney. I'm not one of those Haney haters. I don't understand why he gets hate. Haney gives us fights. He's active, or he used to be active. Been in some good fights. I like his dad, Bill, as well. I think they sell fights quite well. I'm all on board the Haney hype train. I just want to see a bit more from him. But again, I think it's going to take a couple of fights because I still think there are some mental scars there. And he didn't want to. He's been caught so many times with that left hook. It's like he didn't want to like put that hand down to throw. So he's got it just stuck there all the time. He'll get over it. He'll get over it. All right. I don't think any more upsets. Oh, Fabio Wardley, Justice Haney. What's your thoughts on that? I would have gone Piccoli first. There was a lot of talk about Michael Hunter. Michael Hunter, the risk reward. Justice Haney, yeah, I'll be honest with you. The risk, we in boxing know how good Justice Haney is. I don't know if the casuals do. That's a risk reward for Wardley, you know. That's the risk is so high, the reward is so low. That's an interesting pick, very interesting pick. But look, the show goes on, which is the most important, and let's see how Justice Haney performs, who could beat Fabio. Let's see how Fabio performs. And then after, we'll see what either man does. I think Fabio's going to get the job done, then we'll see what Fabio does. All right, guys, girls, peace.